of Zach Khan on the lead left thigh of Zidov. It's like the Shroud of Turin on his thigh without the face and with a foot imprint. It's horrible.
It's a temporary tattoo. But,
there we go, into the first round of action. They go to the towels, and a great kicking display from Zach Khan. And a wrong in the corner of Khan. Here's the action as it went down in the first round. The hammer unofficially has given it 10-9 the way of Zach, the Singaporean.
Well, it was the high-scoring kicks of Zach that just gave him that round. He did a nice job, technically excellent, and that's what we're used to seeing from Zach. A fighter that didn't really get to showcase his skills in the compound, and he's not using the opportunity here tonight to show really what he's made of and what he can do.
Seconds out.
We are ready to rock and roll. Second round set for 5.
Round 2.
First round unofficially 10-9 to Zach Khan of Singapore. He had it with the leg work over Zidov of Croatia. Nice front kick to the midsection from Khan. Another one from Zach Khan to the outside lead thigh. Double jab, high right round kick from Zidov. He's got to start unloading the leather now. Does Zidov dominate? I'll go for the inside leg there. Zach Khan crossing elbow outside thigh kick. The leg buckled a little. That lead thigh has taken more shots than an alcoholic, and Zidov has got to start checking those kicks now, Hammer.
Well, he needs to get that lead leg a little lighter. He's putting too much weight over his lead leg, which is making it hard for him to check and negate the rear round kick from Zach. And when he does check, he checks a little too high. What he wants to aim to do is check the kick with the high part of the shin, the hard part of the bone, and then counter with the hands straight off.
Zidov, who made it through to the second round of the Contender Asia before he was beaten convincingly by Wayne Bone, Wayne's best performance of the whole series. He really did unload the full repertoire on a hapless Zidov, and just taking a shot south of the border here, Zach Khan. Our centre referee, Ajahn Radom, the head referee of WMC Worldwide, will give Zach Khan some time to recuperate. Let's have a look at that one. Right hand from Zach, and he just cut the pie at the centre with that right kick hammer.
It was certainly unintentional and purely accidental. These things do happen.
Big outside thigh kick again from Zach Khan, slings away to the lead leg, front kick forces back Zidov, he's unloaded! Zigzag like a house of fire, and this crowd rallying now. Zidov seemingly has no answers for the onslaught here of Zach Khan.
Just sitting too flat, sitting back way too much is Zidov. And Zach Khan, with this crowd right behind him, is feeling pumped and getting confident with each and every shot that he throws.
Very flat-footed indeed here, Zidov. He's got to start moving a whole lot more. Zigzag goes for the outside rear thigh. Catches the kicking leg, tries to swing out the support leg, went for the decapitator, takes out the right leg, and down goes Zidov.
Actually took his feet right from under him, had him airborne, and down he went to the canvas.
What an impressive round here for Zach Khan. Poor old Zidov is taking more hits than Google. How can he come back from this one? That lead leg has been battered senseless, Hammer.
Well, he's just sitting back and doing a bit of an impersonation of a punching bag so far. He needs to get a little bit busier, start to work off his jab and get into Zach's face. The only way that you can have a chance against Zach Khan is to put the pressure on him and be in the range and be busy the whole time.
Sitting behind the jab, and this time Zidov pops a shot to the groin, and he goes down on the knees. That was a hard shot from Zach Khan. Into the count went down, boom,
it was more
bang to the groin.
It was purely unintentional as Zidov turned, and it was the inside thigh kick going a little north that caused the pain.
Well, if Zidov ever wanted to be a farmer, now he's got a couple of acres. They're back underway. Into the round, another impressive one for Zach Khan of Singapore. And Arong having words with Zach in the red corner. They can be very confident and happy in their charge thus far after 2 rounds. When we come back, it's round 3 from Singapore Indoor Stadium. Round 3 coming up. on, third round of 5. Unofficially, the Hammer's got it 20-18 to Zach Khan of Singapore. High left round kick from Zach.
He switches beautifully off his lead leg. When I say switching, I mean switching the foot back and empowering it so it generates as much power as your rear round kick does. Of course, a round kick to the ribs can deliver as much as 6 centimetres of the deflection to the rib cage. That compresses the ribs onto the internal organs if it's aimed right.
You're talking car crash impact there, Hammer.
Well, you certainly are. A power round kick. We'll certainly see some of them shown coming up in our main event.
High right round kick from Zach Khan. Zidov looking for the left hand. Downward elbow, going for the cranium cracker. Nice rib kick from Zach. Zidov catching the kicking leg, trying to counter with the right hand. Didn't quite get through the guard of the Singaporean. Nice high check there from Zach. Goes to the outside rear thigh of Zidov. He is punishing both legs.
The biggest mistake that Zidov can make is being kicking range. He needs to be either out of kicking range or in the hand range. For him to stay at kicking range against Zach is purely not a clever strategy at all.
Downward elbow off the right arm from Zidov. Zach again cracks away to the outside rear thigh, then goes to lead quadra superior. Once more the knees buckle on Zidov. Just tapping the inside thigh just above the left knee there, Zach. Takes an outside thigh kick of his own. Jab too, nicely done from the Singaporean. Bread and butter technique there. Zidov goes to the body. He just can't get in range here of Zach Khan.
Well, he's purely not trying. He really needs to work in, feint back off a hand strike and follow it back and be right on the chest of Zach. Let the elbows go, get into elbow range. It is doing him absolutely no good being at kicking range. He needs to be inside the leg. He needs to be inside and letting his hands perhaps pay some dividends for him, Michael.
And again, the legs of Zidov taking more punishment than a bondage parlour. It is all one-way traffic to Zach Khan. Downward elbow strike, tries to double up on it there to Zidov, and Khan just shrugs him off. Good left hand from Zidov. Khan backs up, gives himself some space to try and work those long legs. Don't forget there is a 3 centimetre height advantage to Zach Khan, and he's been working it well so far for 2.5 rounds. Checks the low kick from Zidov. Beautiful jab inside thigh kick.
He's going now for the rear leg, Zach, and that's clever tactics.
Oh, Zidov's gone down!
He's got the groin shot again.
Is it a groin shot? The referee is calling it a count. It looked like a kick to the outside thigh.
He's calling it the groin shot.
Well, Zidov is saying it's the groin shot. Referee is waving his hands here. We've got some controversy in centre end.
No, it was definitely a groin shot, Michael. The referee was offsided on that one. Almost in replica to the groin shot earlier.
Okay, we are joined by Stefan Fox. Stefan, a little bit of confusion there towards the end of that round.
Yes, Zidov wasn't defending himself proper against his kick, so he got saved by the bell. So this is normal procedure in Muay Thai.
Okay, here's a good view here. Let's take a look as it went down.
It was definitely a groin kick, no question.
There was the first one wasn't, the second one was. The second one, there it is. As I said, that's a replica. That is a pure duplicate of the other groin shot. And you can hear the crowd. You can hear everyone see it.
Stefan, as the head trainer of the Contender Asia series, if you're in the corner of Zidov, he is trailing on the Hammer scorecard, what would you say to him to counter these fantastic kicking techniques of Zach Khan?
Zidov has to go in there now. He has to start to box. He has to go in the closer range. He has to get away from the mid-range. He has to go away from this midsection and head kicks of Zach. And I think if he would start to counter jab, go in there with powerful punch combination, jab cross, uppercut, something like this, he would have a chance. But the way the fight is going, Zidov definitely going to be the loser.
He's just sitting in that very much the danger zone, Zidov, and it amazes me that he just doesn't give it a bit of more aggression. We know Zidov's a real warrior, and he can get in there and certainly mix it up. But for some reason, he seems a little intimidated by
it. It looks like he wants to have this big shot in. He's waiting for the big punch to come and knock Zach out. But I think that punch will not come tonight.
Seconds out. Round 4.
Here we go, fourth round. Once again, 10-9, says the Hammer in the third round for Zach Khan over Zidov. And this is more like it from Zidov. He opens up like a house of fire here in the fourth round of